Let's go, fellas. Let's go.
So the Pacers with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. And not a whole lot you could do in this situation other than give it your best shot.
And players don't like to hear this, Ed, but the reality of the matter is this is a character-building opportunity. Yes, you may lose this game, but that does not mean that you do not fight each and every possession.
Lonzo Ball off the mark. No good. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. They get it back. 2 to shoot. The follow won't go either.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Lonzo controls the offense. Here comes the screen. Oladipo. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Brogdon. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Down low, it's Mitchell. Oh, nice find for the basket.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
It goes down.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Slam dunk, Malcolm Brogdon. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Terrific vision. Jamal Murray buries it on the catch and shoot.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Howard. Giannis Antetokounmpo snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Count the basket inside.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. The shot clock expires. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Antetokounmpo to Turner. Short jumper off the mark. Ball into the front court. Down a bundle. Giannis Antetokounmpo able to recover with the block. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Antetokounmpo sends it away. They've got it back. The Bucks at the controls. George. Message received. Well defended. Ball with it up top. His guys down big. Screen coming. Short jumper won't go down.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Ball with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Miles Turner tips it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To George. Mitchell. Textbook defense. George. Dwight Howard with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Lonzo Ball brings it up the floor. Oh, he had it. Paul George to the rim. Flushes down the slam.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Lonzo with it. Looking to make something happen. To Brogdon. Baseline drive. Nice step through and the finish, Jay.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant.
And a putback slam.
Not really known for attacking the glass, but I like that hustle. We need to see more of that.
To Paul George. Has a look. The shot by George won't go down. Ball to Howard. Stuffs it down with authority.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Love the hustle. Sprawled out on the deck. Brogdon to Howard. No good. And the slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Bucks have it. To Antetokounmpo. George. It's Indiana basketball. Count it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Shot for Mitchell won't go. Oladipo. To Ball. Lays it up and in.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Jamal Murray. That's how you defend. Ball into the front court. Trailing by 15. Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
George, he engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Trying to cash in. Not going down for him this time. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Adetokunbo to Turner. Can't miss those. Ball with it up top. The deficit now up to 13. Giannis Adetokunbo swats it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Great dish to set it up. Gets to the basket and scores.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Oladipo to Howard. Throws it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Milwaukee with the basketball to Hield. Lets it fly from long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Oladipo into the front court. Down by 15. To Howard. Won't go down. Has a chance. It's rebounded by Indiana. Oladipo with the slam.
The NBA's most improved player was a guy that always invested in himself, both on and off the court, but he always put in the work to be better. Was a sponge for information, an insatiable appetite to be the best. But the difference is, he's believing in himself. Whether that's singing at the NBA award show or performing at the highest level on the court, it's safe to say that Victor Oladipo has officially arrived.
Oladipo to Ball. Miles Turner pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Ball gets it in the left corner. The drive right to the basket. He wants it at the rim and scores.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Buddy Hield. Short jumper stays out. Indiana with the basketball to Oladipo. Rises for the slam.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
From the painted area, won't go down. To Hield. DiVincenzo. Ball. Flushes it home.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Through three, not done yet. finish at the rim. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay. Buddy Hield. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 86% from the line. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Michael Beasley with the slam. Long heave from 3/4 court. The Bucks claim victory. And they're moving on to the second round of the NBA playoffs.
The Bucks have advanced to the next level, but the goal remains the same: win an NBA championship. Little by little, these guys are doing it one by one. The Bucks got their score from the guys you're seeing here on screen. The Pacers weren't able to advance after that tough loss. I got a sense they didn't expect for their offseason to start just yet. I know what the feeling's like, and it can be tough, but it's all about how you come back from it. Who knows what they'll be like next season? It'll be interesting to see for sure.
Player of the game.
Antetokounmpo really impressed me with the way he redirected shots. Watching him block shots was only slightly more fun than watching how his teammates were reacting to them.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
Hey, this is our game. Let's take it home now. Let's go.
Murray into the front court. It's an 11-point game. To DiVincenzo. Oh, he had him there for a second. Markkanen to J.R. Smith. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Smith to Chris Dunn. Has a chance. Dunn shot that misses. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
And counted at the rim.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Dunn to J.R. Smith. Here comes the screen. Julius Randle, huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Smith with the basketball. His guys down 11. Carter to J.R. Smith. To Chris Dunn. Has a look. Shot by Dunn, no good. Murray with the basketball. The lead is 11. Paul George. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
DiVincenzo. Curling inside to DiVincenzo. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. They were ready for DiVincenzo on that three.
This always happens. You knock down a lot of shots in the first half, and in the second half, you start to lose your rhythm. You need to have legs. Shoot at the pinnacle of that jumper.
Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Sets him up around the perimeter. Jamal Murray trying for a 40-point night, but it's off the mark. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. Deep three at the buzzer. The Bucks claim victory. They're moving on. Next stop, the Eastern Conference Finals. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at EA.
The Bucks are one step closer to a championship with today's win. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
We know what's coming. Go get him.
To Jordan, down low. To Hollis Jefferson. Slams it down, and there was no stopping him that time.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
DeAndre Jordan sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Miles Turner slams it down.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
It's Brooklyn's ball. To Jordan. Doesn't get the bounce. Short jumper won't go down. Dinwiddie into the front court, up by 6. From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
When one player goes down, or maybe in this case two, it gives a player an opportunity to really rise to the occasion. Well, that happened last year with Spencer Dinwiddie. When Jeremy Lin and D'Angelo Russell both went down to injury, this kid went from a D-League player to a starter in the NBA.
A scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's a DJ we all know and love.
Nets have the basketball to Hollis Jefferson. And he finishes at the rim.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Mitchell, message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. The lead is 12. He gets it.
This is like a boxing match. If you fight against a great boxer, if he keeps jabbing you at the face, eventually that body will open up. You keep giving up layups like that, boom, a body blow is on the way.
Dinwiddie into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Hollis Jefferson. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Lets it fly from long range. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
No good. That's great defense. To Dinwiddie. Cruises inside for 2.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers. Working collectively to...
When you look at these highlights, on behalf of Ed Coyne and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.
it's our game. Let's take it home now. Let's go.
Bucks at the controls. To George. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
To Irving. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Buddy Hield. Gets a look. Can't hit.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Irving. Shot from the lane won't go. To Paul George. Another chance. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
To Irving. Screen coming. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Irving. Miles Turner with a piece. Fourth this contest.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Jamal Murray. Oh, that's how it's done.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion, the backspin. It gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Kyrie with the rock. Miles Turner swats it. Ooh, 5 now.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Randall. To Hield. Has a chance. Hield shot won't go.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Fourth three. He'll force that one. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
That one fly from half court. The Bucks claim victory. They stand alone atop the Eastern Conference on their way to the NBA Finals. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports.
The Bucks have won the Eastern Conference Finals. Now it's time for them to set their sights on the bigger prize, the Larry O'Brien Trophy. The Bucks got their score from the guys you're seeing here on screen.
Game stats. Player of the game. Game stats. Player of the game. Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on the show in this game. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.
on, let's bring the fire. Let's bring the fire to him.
James. Got it at the line. James to Caldwell Pope. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And I love when people are saying, well, he's not an exciting player. I don't need him to be exciting. I need him to be fundamentally sound.
To Adetokunbo. Anthony Davis sends it away. Fourth this contest.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
It's Cook with the basketball. His guy's down 11. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Oh, I had him going there for a second. Gets it in the right corner. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Across the timeline comes James, trailing by 11. Looking for his man. Los Angeles has the basketball. Ah, the monster stuff.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
LeBron into the front court. Down 11. Deep right corner. Caldwell Pope to Kyle Kuzma. And the finish at the rim.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
Defense, do the math. You force them to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Lakers ball to Kyle Kuzma. Shot from the lane won't go. Julius Randle pins it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Taking advantage of the defender. Nice ball fake.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
James into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. To Kyle Kuzma. Giannis Adetokunbo swats it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Sets him up. From the outside, no good. Cook to bring it into the front court. Down 12. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Driving right to the basket. Donovan Mitchell able to recover with the block.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move.
Got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Ah, you've got to get that one to go. To Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. George, keep on trying. Shot's no good there. Caldwell Caldwell Pope. Short jumper won't fall.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Mitchell in a matchup with Quinn Cook. Spinning shot won't fall.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Milwaukee with the basketball. George, great defense, forcing the miss. To Kyle Kuzma. Count the bucket for 2.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Substitution being made in this one. Trying to cash in. Shot for Mitchell won't go.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
To Davis. Miles Turner, huge block. Ooh, 5 now.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Buddy Hield to Turner. Down for Collins. Knocked away. Was it coming down? Yes, it was. Goaltending. LeBron into the front court. Down a dozen. To Davis. Caldwell Pope. And flushes it down. No stopping AD here. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Los Angeles, they have it. To Davis. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Hield. Deep 2 there, won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Miles Turner with a piece. Incredible. 6 tonight.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
For 3. And the Lakers with the rebound. Kuzma. Bucks basketball. Here comes the screen. Hield up against Cook. Oh, Miles Turner. 3 for 6 now.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Nothing going here on that drive. To Hield. Fires the 3. Hield forced that one. No good. It's Cook with the basketball. His guys trail by 10 and stuffs it home.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Knocked loose. Lakers have it. James. Picked up by the Bucks.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Here comes the screen. Buddy Hield. Had a chance, but it's no good. With the flush, taking on all comers.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To James. Miles Turner with the block. Make that 7.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
The pass set it all up.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. To James. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. He'll take the ball out of bounds.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
Add 2 points to the board.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Baseline drive, but he can't finish. Stuffs it down with authority. It's all over. Bucks win. They're the NBA champions.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bucks must be feeling a million different things right now, all of them great. They've done it, NBA champions. Only a select few get a chance to experience the view from the mountaintop, and they absolutely deserve it. The Bucks got their score from the guys you're seeing here on screen. The Lakers are
Player of the game.
Antetokounmpo put together an incredible game. highlighted by his amazing defense. Not many guys come up with this many blocks and steals.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fisted. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Bucks have earned what so many others have only been able to dream about, an NBA title. They've earned their place in the history books. Check out the leading scores for the Milwaukee Bucks. And that does it for another NBA season. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, thanks for making us your choice for hoops action.